Yeah, just a small note to parents who are raising kids in this digital world and the globalized world. Our children are aware and they are already in touch and in sync with what's happening in the world. What they aspire for, usually we don't have in our countries, and that makes them want to go out there and experience the world and maybe work out there. But I've always thought that if we have spent so much money from primary to high school, paying hefty fees for them and then paying for their university, can't we support them to stand on their own and be the change that our countries need? What I mean is that if my child is very talented and is talented in whatever they're talented in, can't we help them after school to start whatever their career is, given the opportunities that the internet is giving? Because I feel that we are at a stage where the government itself is not creating any jobs. Most governments in Southern Africa or in Africa, in Sub-Saharan Africa, have put a freeze on employment, so they're not employing any more people. And due to globalization, our countries have lost jobs. It means that most of our countries cannot even, the more people who are coming out of colleges than the people who are being employed. What it's doing is that it's now leading to children coming out of college, very good degrees, but not getting a job and then getting frustrated. So we now have young people who are frustrated that they're educated and maybe they now think that maybe immigration is our only way out. But I feel that if, as a parent, your child has finished university, you've been paying all these years, can't you continue paying 3 more years for them to establish themselves in their career of their dream or whatever talent that they have, so that not only do they create a job for themselves, but they start creating jobs for all these other people who will not manage to create jobs for themselves. Remember, when it gets to Form 4 or the O levels that people write, we shed thousands and thousands of young people. These are people from very poor families who are looking for a job. They come from maybe the village or very poor backgrounds, and their parents cannot kickstart or frog jump them so that they they can create employment. But if your child, you've already been spending $1,000, 2,000, $10,000 a year on them to get primary and secondary education and tertiary education, can't you then help them to establish themselves for 3 more years? Because if 50 parents help kids like that, and all these 50 kids, their startups succeed, it means that we have 150 new jobs created. I mean, we start turning our economies. So, besides just wanting them to emigrate and get the good lives they see on TV, can't we help them to start thinking that actually we can create this kind of environment that we see? Because the environments that we want from the developed countries was not really created by the governments, but it was created by people who did, people who enterprise. But our conditions are very difficult. But I know that because of the challenges we have, our countries create the kind of opportunities that an enterprising young person can utilize to be who they are. So if you are a parent, just nurture your child, help them realize that immigration is okay, but they can actually prosper in our own environments, given the opportunities that our countries have. The fact that we don't have the instruments that we aspire for is an opportunity for an enterprising person to establish themselves. This is just my food for thought. I'm still hoping we'll be able to do this with our girls, but it shall be seen.